Hi, we are live. Okay, so today I have a lot to talk about. A little background. My name is Alini. Thank you for being in this space. I have been working from home since 2009, and today I'm just going to tell you a little story about these past 11 years. So, join me, won't you? So if I look like I'm melting, it's because I actually am. I have a fan next to me, a fan above me. We don't have air conditioner in our house, so yeah, bear with me. I'm glowing. So let's talk about failure and why this is a good thing and why this can help you move on. So if you have never failed, if you have never ever failed, then you are not living up to your full potential. You are not being your best, because failure brings growth. Making mistakes is what makes us learn and what makes us grow and what makes us change. And the story I want to walk you through is that way back in 2009, I'd been married for 3 years, and I'd been through a bunch of jobs, corporate jobs, that I hated them. They sucked the life out of me. And I just had one thing that I knew for sure, was that I wanted to work from home. And I wanted to be my own boss, and that was important to me. I didn't really care what I did. I just wanted to be working from home. So I starting businesses. So the first business I started was a translation business, and this was born out of skill. I've been doing this. I had already been doing this for 10 years, freelancing. English is my first language. Portuguese is a close second. And I knew how to do this. I had done this for a while, and I just said, okay, this is something I know how to do, so let's do it. And it has changed through the years, but even through the change, this is something that I still do. So I've had an official open business with translation for 11 years now. And then that's good, but it's not a creative business. It's not, it doesn't spark my creative juices. So I've always really liked scrapbooking and making albums. And so I enjoyed it. People liked it. And so I said, you know what? I should do this. I should totally sell digital scrapbooks. I'm going to do this. And I did a few, but I discovered that I liked them for me. I didn't like them to do them for anyone else. And the amount of work I had to put in and the time, it was just, I would have to charge way more than I was comfortable with. So I scrapped that. I said, okay, I scrapped the scrapbooking and let's do something else. And so I started a photography business. And this was just born out of joy and passion. It was something that I really loved. And this business did really well. My husband joined me a few years later in the business. And again, it's another business that changed with time. And we did some things right, we did some things wrong, and now I have a much more administrative role. I don't take pictures as much. The past 4 years ago, I reached a burnout stage with the business, and nowadays I almost don't actually go behind the camera. My husband is the person behind the camera, and I just do all the office work for us. And every once in a while, I have like this bout of inspiration, and I really want to take those pictures. I wouldn't really want to shoot that family, and then I'm part of it. But it changed, but it still went on, and it's something that we still do. That started in 2010, so 10 years now that this business has been going strong. And then I just wanted something different, and I was home and I was with the kids. This next one was about 4 years ago that all of these happened. I wanted something else. I wanted something new, and I was getting a little antsy and just thinking, I had taken a step back from photography and I wanted something new. And so I started an Etsy shop with some quotes and some digital prints. And I just figured out that I didn't want to do that. I didn't just want to create things without a specific purpose in mind. That wasn't for me. I didn't want to just imagine something without an end in sight. I started a network marketing business. I got in with a company that was born of passion for a product that I loved, and that it didn't work for me. And the reason why was because my work ethic and their work ethic didn't mesh. And so I left. I tried, but it wasn't for me, the way they did business. And then I said, okay, what if I teach English? I used to do this. I taught in 3 different English schools way back in the day. It's been a while. And so back in 2016, I said, you know what? Maybe I'll just start online English lessons, and I'll try that. And then I remembered that the reason that I had stopped teaching English was that I don't like to teach. And I did that for a little bit, but I said, no, I don't want to. And I'm telling you all these stories. I'm telling you all of this because sometimes things will go wrong. Sometimes we will fail. And the good thing about it is that we learn about ourselves. We learn about what we love. We learn about what we are capable of. We learn what we want to invest in and what we want to let go of. And that's just part of life, and that's part of creating, and that's part of growing, and that's awesome. And the thing that's been constant in these years was that I went from having no idea how to work from home, having no idea how to structure my days, and in the past years I have learned exactly how to do that. I've learned how to be incredibly productive with a very short amount of time. I've learned how to structure my schedule so that I can have my best days, so that I can create days that I love, even when the work I'm actually doing may not be my favorite sometimes, because every job has that. Everybody has a part of their work, as small or as big as it is, that you don't love. But I've learned to maximize my time and my energy and my space so that I can get things done and just have more time. And I went from, way back when I started, it would be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd still have my pajamas on, and I would still be snacking because I had no idea what I was doing. I was just working from home, but what did that mean? I was home, and I just felt lost and confused. And I went into knowing how to structure my day, no matter how much or how little work I had, how much or how little time I had. I learned how to structure my weeks, my days, my months, so that I could always be productive. And I learned the importance of having a morning schedule and getting dressed in the morning, and how to plan my meals. I learned about nutrition. What does it mean to fuel my body? The nutrition journey had so many mistakes. Back in 2014, I lost more weight than I've ever lost in my life with a nutrition program. That was horrible, and everything came back in less than a year, and that was a failure that I learned from. And so I went to understanding, how can I structure my life? What can I do to fuel my body so that I can be productive and work? And I went from just random work hours, and then nighttime would come and I would just work like crazy 2 or 3 nights before a deadline. And that wasn't serving me. That didn't bring me joy. That I didn't enjoy that lifestyle. And so I learned to structure my days. I learned how to structure deadlines. I learned how to figure out how much time I needed to get something done and how to organize my days. I also, for a while, I worked late nights because we had a baby. And babies take up a lot of our time. Small kids, they need a lot of attention. And I didn't know how to have a child and how to have a business at the same time. And I had to learn that, and learn just how can I structure my days, how can I structure my kids' schedule so that I can have some time for myself and for my business. And when the second baby came along, things were a lot different, And then these kids started growing and those needs changed. So I learned how to structure, because mama has to stay sane and mama has to have some time, or else I'm not a good mommy. So I learned how to go through all of this. And the reason why I'm telling you all this is because I'm super excited that I am finally launching something that I've had in my heart for so long, and that I see so many women before and after kids just struggling to have time, just struggling to have joy, just struggling to create a life that doesn't feel overwhelming every single day. And I've learned how to do that, and I am finally, I have something for you. I am finally in the business of helping you create a life you love, helping you create time and rest and joy and relationships, and just build a life that you can, yes, do your work, yes, be fulfilled in your work, and yes, love what you do, but also love the life you have, and also have enough free time to not always be thinking about your work tasks, not always be thinking about what you have to do. Just create breathing room and joy. And I want you to go into the website right now. I have some blog posts up. Follow me on Instagram. Come here. Let's chat. Let's talk, because I'm just so happy that this is now a space for you to figure out. I have read so many books. I have taken so many trainings. It's been 11 years of studying and being into workshops and seminars and webinars and reading the books and trying and trial and error and tweaking and just figuring out, how do you create simple systems that give you a life that you love, a life that you never want to run away from, a life that you enjoy being in, that you're not thinking when this happens or when that day comes. No, today, right now, I'm happy and I'm fulfilled and I love what I do, and my days don't drive me crazy. And this has been true for me before having kids. This has been true for me with babies. This is true for me with small children. And this has been true for people near me and close to me after the babies. Because you can have a life that you love. You can have a life that you enjoy no matter what stage you're in. You just need to find the right formula to make it all fit for you. So I want to encourage you, share this, and if someone needs this, if someone works from home, so many people were working from home because of this pandemic, and we feel all up in the air and everything is crazy. Let's figure out how to do this and be happy. Let's figure out how to do this and have a life we love and enjoy. And I can show you so many simple strategies to get that done. The first one is coming out at the end of this week. I should have it up by Thursday. It is a blueprint for you to structure your summer so that you can work, so that you can relax, so that you can spend time with your family, so that you can have some days off, and you can deliver on your work and you can still enjoy everything that summer has to offer. So go onto the website. It's AlineKeller.com, AlineKaehler.com. That's a mouthful. And here on Instagram, go into LinkedIn, just follow, and we can hold hands and create a beautiful life that we never want to run away from. Exercise is part of it. Nutrition is part of it. Organizing your space is part of it. Getting mental clarity. I cannot tell you how big it's been for me to just get my head in the right space and to just understand myself better, to just learn what it is that I need for my personality and for my health, physical and mental, so that I can produce at my higher capacity, and so that I can love at my highest capacity, so that I can give at my highest capacity, but also that I can be filled up and that I can have reserves in the tank, because you can't give from empty. So how do you fill up your tank so that you can give from a place of fullness, so that you can give from a place of richness? So join me. Thank you for watching, and send this to someone that you think needs the encouragement. Comment and tell me a little bit about yourself. And remember that we are going to fail in this journey of building a life we love. We are going to fail in this journey of figuring out how to structure our days. Some days we're going to be super productive. Some days it's going to be the end of the day and you're going to say, what did I do wrong? Well, let's fail forward and let's learn, because if you fail and you pick yourself up and you try again and you figure out what works for you, that's growth. And growth is always good. So join me, ALINEKAEHLER.com. Join me here on Instagram, Aline_Keller, and let's do this. Let's find wonderful ways to firstly enjoy the summer, and secondly figure out what our routines are going to look like, what our work is going to look like when we start back, because nobody knows what school is going to look like come September. So let's do this. Let's work out how we can do this together. So follow along, because I have many tips, 11 years of tips to share with you. So I will see you then. So comment and share, and I'll see you soon. Bye.